Polite Enquiries, Ageas Bowl. Tim Flatman wants to know, how much more does Jason Holder have to do before we acknowledge how good he is? I agree, Tim. Put some respect on my skipper's name.
I don't really know. I think he's respected hugely as a leader, as a bowler, as a batsman. I don't know. I was involved in picking a side with our colleagues, our best test side in the world, during the pandemic, to see us through the hours. And I think that he was in the side. I think the others picked him ahead of Stokes. I would have gone for Stokes, to be honest. But he's hugely respected, isn't he? I think he's going to go on to better things after cricket, to be honest. I think he's an incredible man.
Chris Ward wants to know, come back, Joel Wilson. All is forgiven? ?
Well, the umpires had an absolute shocker, didn't they? Thank the Lord for neutral umpires. So isn't it? The thing is, I don't think that they were in any way being dishonest. I really, really, really don't. But it's a reminder that when umpires who aren't neutral, home umpires, make errors, there's always the possibility of that perception, which is why we must not go away from having neutral umpires when this pandemic is over.
Cricket Freak, he says, when the ball moves, England can't play cricket. It's more of a statement than a polite inquiry. That's a feisty inquiry.
I spend so much of my life hearing that they can only play when the ball moves. Did they bat well against the moving ball? No, they didn't. Have West Indies so far batted better? Yeah. And have West Indies bowlers got more out of the conditions? Yeah. But what are we, 20 old overs into the West Indies innings? I just think it's a bit too early to open the champagne.
I never open the champagne when the West Indies are playing until absolutely I'm back. They're all back in the hotel, gone to sleep. The day after comes and we make sure it has settled in. And then we open the champagne for breakfast. Zainu Razvi, hope I got that one right. He says, when, if ever, will Jimmy Anderson get old? Absolutely never.
No, he's amazing, isn't he, the way he keeps going. But it does catch up with everyone eventually. He reminds me probably the most of Richard Hadley, who might have been at his best at about 35, 36, 37. But, I think he has been injured in 2 of his last 3 tests. We are near the end, so relish him. He's a magician. Enjoy every second, because it will end, and it might end quite soon.
Just another guy wants to know, when and why did Yorkers disappear from Test cricket? Isn't it a best option to wipe out the tail easily? Fair.
Well, I think it's probably fair up to a point. I also think tail-end batsmen have got better, There used to be proper tail-enders who, backed away and stuff. You don't see a lot of that in international cricket anymore, do you? You probably raise a point about maybe it should be tried a bit more often, but I suppose it's seen as a ball which is a bit impatient, maybe, and possibly can go for runs. But I think it's a legitimate point.
Rajesh wants to know, so far Jofra and Wood have not had a significant impact. Did Ben Stokes mistake Southampton for the whacker?
Yeah, you see, I didn't think he did, but
it is long and hard.
No, because I'll say again, we're not there yet, are we? Jofra's second spell, he could take a 5-fer. I thought it was true that they didn't get as much movement as some of the West Indies bowlers, particularly Holder, and that's interesting because they basically bowled as quick as they could on quite a sluggish wicket. And while that's great, and Wood certainly had the batsman hopping around, you can't beat movement. So in conditions like this where movement is available, maybe that's the right point. This is the attack. I don't know. Look, this is the attack I would have picked. And I thought it was right to bat first.
Ankit Dagger asks, will you answer my inquiry if it's impolite? Absolutely not, because your mama would not be proud.
Well, just send me a DM. I'm sure I will. I'm shallow.
George loves it when people message him because he's lonely in his bubble. So he might answer you, but me...
Thanks Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.